Right. Do you know what? Look at my glasses. Look at my glasses. Hey guys, and welcome to another vlog. So today's vlog's gonna be a little bit different because I'm actually gonna do a little Q&A. I asked you guys some questions on the gram and you gave me some lovely questions to answer. I've actually been collecting these photos. I've been collecting these questions for a hot minute. But I just haven't got around to shooting this video, but I'm currently on a little hotel stayaroo. But I thought I'm not gonna be here and not do something for the YouTubes. So I'm gonna answer those questions. So let me get my popcorn, let me get my coffee. Let's have a little chat. Let's get this party started, huns. Also, I hope you like my top. I might link my top in the description. But okay, yeah, so what do you do for a living? What is your job? Or how are you a travel blogger? How did you start all of this? That is like kind of the same question and I get it a lot. So just do a brief little rundown on me. Also, I don't think I ever say this, but welcome back to my channel, guys. Like, I hope you know who I am by this point. I'm Ashley Major Mars and I'm a travel blogger from London. So when I first started, I never did YouTube, so obviously I'm quite new to YouTube, but I was doing Instagram and I was just doing it for the fun of it. So the end of 2017, lost my job and my boyfriend broke up with me. So I was heartbroken, jobless. It just wasn't a great vibe, you know? Anyway, so then in 28 at the beginning, because it's like proper at the end of 2017, so like we went on Christmas break or whatever, came back from Christmas break and like literally got fired like a week later. So it was like early Jan 2018, struggling with life. I was just like so down. I didn't really know if I wanted to be an interior designer anymore. So by trade, I'm an interior designer. I studied at University of the Arts London, got a first class degree in interior design, and I've been doing that for like quite a few years at that point. Me and my manager just didn't get on anyway, like didn't like me anyway. So lost my job, started freelancing, loved it. Money was so much better, like freelancing in London, being a designer. And I know this is true for graphic designers as well, and like motion graphics and like web designers. Being a freelancer, you can earn triple your salary in a month. So I kind of decided, you know what, I'm gonna go traveling because obviously I was still a little bit heartbroken. And I just felt like I needed change. Like I felt like the UK wasn't really giving like what I wanted anymore. Like I wanted to like leave, I wanted to change, I just wanted to like feel a new experience. And I had wanted to go traveling for a really, really long time. So I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna pack my bags, I'm gonna leave. So I booked for a company called STA Travel, who I sadly don't think actually exists anymore. They like closed during the pandemic, but I booked like a round trip. So I booked like to go from the UK to Sri Lanka. I booked like 1 or 2 internal flights within Asia, and then I booked my flight home. So I knew that in that 7 months, if I ran out of money, that I'd be absolutely fine and that I would like travel around and then I could come home. And with STA Travel, you were able to make your flights like completely flexible. Sorry, I'm obviously chatting too much because my camera just decided to stop recording. So it has like a 5-minute limit. That is one thing I'll say about the ZV-1 that's kind of annoying. It will just stop recording even if you're talking. Anywho, so I decided, cool, I'm going to go and travel around, and I went to Asia and I traveled for like 7 months and I met so many people. I met like all the Passport Heavy crew, Yuri, I met Clay, who's now, you know, Alive Like the Wind, who was in my previous vlog. I met so many people traveling around Asia and I just had an amazing time. And I met, well, I didn't meet, but I gained loads of you guys. I gained loads of followers on Instagram, just from like sharing my travels. I guess at the time, like there wasn't really anybody doing what I was doing. There wasn't a lot of like Black women traveling solo, and I guess things were quite exciting. I was doing quite exciting things, so yeah, I met all these people, did all this great stuff, came back to England, and I was just like, this is not really cutting it for me. Like, I don't really want to go back to interior design. I want to like travel. And I'd met so many people who were just doing that. Like they were traveling full time, like businesses or jobs, whatever. So at first I thought I'd get a job that I could do remotely. So I was still doing interior design like on the side, and then I'd like go on 2-month trips, come back, go. I was like back and forth for like the first year. And I think in 2020, I thought that my year was going to be a lot of the same of that, but I would have been in a better position because I had now signed to an agency. I was making more money off like off influencing and content creating, and I was also getting people approach me for like host trips with them and like wanted to fly me to places for travel. So I thought 2020 was going to be the year, because pandemic hits. It's not really good, is it? Like, it was just like, I kind of felt like, oh my God, like I finally got to a position where I can finally do what I want to do, and pandemic hits. But ultimately, like, we were all in the same boat. We all had to isolate, like we all had to do like lockdowns and stuff, and it wasn't great. But I had a reasonably good year in 2020. I actually ended up going full time as an influencer from home, like actually mad. Me and my like manager just really worked hard throughout 2020, and I managed to get myself into an amazing position. And then by the end of 2020, I was completely full time as doing content creation. I also have like created like multiple streams of income throughout that year. So I actually like grew like more as an entrepreneur basically in that year, and I developed my skills like so much, and I also managed to travel a little bit. So, and then here we are today. So then I started my YouTube channel, and now I'm here. So yeah, hope that explanation wasn't too long. Probably was. Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, another one of the questions that you guys ask me a lot is like, where do I actually live? And I guess unless you watch me on stories, I guess it's a little bit hard to like work that out, because you will see like a bit more of my day-to-day on stories, but you won't see as much of like just me doing nonsense on my, sorry, what is my point? You wouldn't see as much of me like at home on my feed, basically. So I actually live in London. I was born and bred in London. I've always lived here. I live in South East. I'm not gonna like say my actual living location because I just think that's a bit mad. But yeah, I live in South East London. I've always lived there, born and bred. Even when I went to uni, I went to University of the Arts London, which is based like in central London, and I used to like travel in from home. Oh my God, I feel like this is a really good question, and I think I'm gonna answer it, even though it's like quite personal. When was the last time you'd say you were truly in love? And I think that is such an amazing question, because like sometimes I question whether my last relationship I was even in love, or if I was in love with the idea, because I felt like my last relationship, that person offered me a lot of the things I thought I wanted in life. I thought I wanted so many things then. I thought I wanted to be married then and have kids and stuff. And I know now that I was definitely not ready, and that everything happens for a reason, and I would never be doing this job now if that boyfriend didn't break up with me. Truly feel like I was in love. I think the last time I was truly in love was 2016. A friend had become like more than a friend, so we'd gone from like friendship level to like relationship level, and I think because he was someone who knew me before we were like intimate, he already knew who I was. You know, he knew I was crazy and stupid, and he knew my flaws already, and like, we'd known each other for such a long time. The relationship was very brief, because I'm not gonna get into like his personal business, but it just ended up being quite brief. It's really sad because now we're not friends at all. And I think he was probably the love of my life, which is a bit sad, because we just really got on. We had the best time, and I think we had like so many aspirations. He made me feel so inspired and so supported and really loved and appreciated. Right, sorry guys, I feel like I was getting really into that and like giving a really good answer, and then my camera decided that it wanted to overheat and turn off. So can't remember quite where I was. I'm hoping that it's not going to do that again. If it does, I'll just change cameras. But yeah, basically that was the last time I was loved, 2016. And yeah, sadly it ended, but I don't think that we only have one love of our life, actually. I think that we have several love of our lives, and we evolve and change with time, and I think that will happen, and I think God has a plan for us all at the end of the day, so we will find that person who is supposed to be our love. And right now I am single, Pringle, ready to mingle. Next question. So I get the question, are you single, a lot. You guys just love asking me that. I am single, as I said, ready to mingle. And I also get the question, how old are you, a lot. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now for free that I will not be revealing my age anytime soon. But I don't really know why it's why people care for it so much. Maybe because I don't answer the question. Let's do a little game. You can guess that, you can guess my age in the comments, and if somebody gets it right, I will reveal my age. But for now, I'm baby girl age. Okay, so this is another question I get a lot. Can you share your camera and lens information? So I shoot 95% of my content on my Sony a7 III, and I use the Tamron 28-75 lens, which is a dupe of the G Master lens, and I actually love that lens. I think it's great. I really like it. But that being said, if you buy the Sony a7 III, when I got it, you could not get it at a really good price with a kit lens. You can now, so I would recommend getting the kit lens because the kit lens is pretty similar to the Tamron lens. If you don't want to spend money on a new lens, if you want to see all my equipment, if you go into the description of this video, there is a bio with a link to my gear, and it has literally everything, my drone, everything like that. If you guys also want me to do a video on gear, then I will do a video on all my gear and all my travel stuff that I have. Just put a comment, is my camera hot again? Fuck's sake, man! What's wrong with the heat? I'll do a video about gear. Let me know. I'm gonna change cameras. We back. Right, so sorry about that, guys. I had to change my camera. So there's a little tip for you if you're looking at cameras, because we were just talking about gear. If you are planning on getting the Sony ZV-1 and you want to record for long periods of time, if you want to record for long periods of time, I would not recommend the Sony ZV-1 because it overheats. Ooh, what's your favourite place you've been? So I get this question a lot. And I feel like you can't have one favourite place. So I say like place per continent, which I think is better. So Europe, my favourite place is definitely Italy. I love Italian food. I love the fact that Italy has so many different scenes. So there's like Tuscany, there's the Positano, there's Rome, Sicily. Like it's just got such different, like the Dolomites. Oh my god, stunning! The Dolomites are buff. So I really love that you can do so many different things in one place. So yeah, definitely love Italy. Again, I really love South Africa for the very same reason. South Africa has beautiful landscapes, and you can go to a vineyard in the mountains, then you can go on a safari, you can go see penguins at the beach. Like it's hot. Like, it's just a very good time. Well, actually, South Africa is not always hot, but I didn't know. But yeah, it can actually be quite cold. When we were there, it was actually quite cold. Definitely recommend going in their summer. Do not go when it's cold because I feel like it's nice. But yeah, and also there's a lot of history there. A lot of it is not fun history, which I don't think generally history is fun, because I find that a lot of history is like death and wars and etc. But it's interesting to learn about histories of different countries, especially like African countries, because obviously we are all descendants of Africa. If we are black, well, technically people say everyone is a descendant of Africa, but we're not going to get into that right now. But yeah, we are descendants of Africa, so that's really interesting to go and like learn the history. It's very sad that it's so recent, but yeah, South Africa. And then for Asia, my favourite country is much harder actually for me to like label down my favourite country, because I really love Sri Lanka, I really love the Philippines, and I love Bali, and I love them all for different reasons. Bali is somewhere that I think I would go to live, so I don't really see it as my favourite holiday destination, because I would like to live there. Whereas Sri Lanka I see as a travel destination more so. So Sri Lanka is very much up there for me, and I think Sri Lanka has like amazing landscapes. Like you can go on that amazing train ride, you can go to plantations, you can go to the beach and learn to surf. The food is unreal. real. Get me a cheese masala dosa. I have not had a cheese masala dosa in 2 years. If someone knows where I can get a cheese masala dosa in London, chef's kiss. You'll be my best mate. Best mate. DM me. How do you find your travelling? So I find my travelling like in a variety of ways, and I definitely think that this deserves a full video. So if you guys want a video on like basically like how my income streams and like how I basically juggle travelling, then hit me. Then definitely give this video a like, thumbs up, and comment that you want that video, because I can definitely make a video like that. But I found my travelling in various ways. The main way is via content creation. So let's just say I'm going to Italy, and I will try to make that trip as lucrative as possible, in the sense of I will get campaigns with brands, and those campaigns, so let's just say I got a campaign with a swimwear line, and that swimwear campaign, they were paying me X amount of money. I could then say, okay, cool, I'm gonna shoot this swimwear while I'm in this country, and then I kind of can make my trip more justifiable financially, because I can say like that money is like going towards a business trip. So I try to like get as many jobs as possible while I'm somewhere. On average, I say most trips I try to get about 5 deals if I can. When I was in Italy last summer, I had 5 deals. I had 5 deals of things that I was shooting while I was there, and which meant that the trip paid for itself and then some. It means the trip paid for itself and then some. So I managed to do that, and I try to do it on all the trips I could go on. And then sometimes, if I'm lucky, it doesn't always happen. It really depends on the time of year, on the country I'm going to, how receptive that they are to me. But I will try to get my accommodation covered, so I will reach out to hotels, different chains that I've worked with in the past, boutique hotels. I try to only collab with hotels that I feel I can share on my feed aesthetically and be aesthetically pleasing and organic, because I don't want to just stay in like a Premier Inn or like somewhere that isn't like I can't really speak about with you guys just because it's free. I try to stay in places that I really want to spend. I really would spend the money on regardless. So yeah, I fund it with my own money majority of the time through my business, and then I make those trips lucrative. And I think that's a really good way to try and see it. If you can, for instance, if you were like you want to do fashion but you want to travel as well, you could work on your fashion portfolio and then shoot those looks in a location or something. So yeah, that is how I think that answers the question. I'm not really sure, but I feel like a proper breakdown of all my income streams can make it a bit more obvious. I do also get sent on trips with brands. So I went to Zanzibar this year, and a company took me there to create that content for them and for travel trips there. So that is essentially a paid trip. I go there, they want me to make content, they cover all my expenses, and I get to go, and I get to have trips like that all the time. Well, not all the time, more so this year, and like a lot of companies. Now we're opening up again with the world. I'm getting contacted about that a lot more. So it's not always out of pocket, but sometimes it is really like. But as I said, I think it needs a whole video. So hit me in the comments. Okay, another one I got, which I find very interesting. I actually really like this question. I think it's quite interesting, and it kind of circles back to like the single thing. Do you think that your extensive travel impacts your romantic relationships and or potential? I guess she means like your potential relationships. Yes, I do. I feel like traveling is really makes it hard for me to get to know someone for a long amount of time. I often like, so for instance, I'm dating someone and then I go away for a month, and for a lot of guys are kind of just like, it's not worth the act, like they date someone who's actually here all the time. And I think also I think that being an influencer, a lot of guys do not like that. I've had guys like literally ghost me the second they find out on social media. To the extent I've actually taken off my dating profiles that I do social media as my job. I just think it's a bit difficult, and I try to just like skirt around the question until I get to a point when we're speaking that I think that they won't really care that I'm doing that now, because they've got to know me and they don't think I'm going to be like pretentious or anything. I think like as an influencer we have a really bad stigma. All like a bit up ourselves, and I think I'm a very nice person, so it's really hard for me like to feel people like that. I just think, why? I don't get it. It's sad, isn't it? JK. Do you travel with a pro photographer? Nope. So I shoot all my own content on my Sony a7 III myself, or I'll get my friend to shoot me. So like, I'll kind of like, when we found the location, I'll normally shoot them first, so I can sort out all the like settings and things like that, and then I'll get them to shoot me after. So then on my camera. So it's kind of like I'm shooting myself, but not really. My friends are pressing the button. But a lot of the time I shoot. That's how my setup is. Sometimes when I'm away with like other content creators, it's easier. Like when I travel with like Clay, because Clay like is a photographer too, and he kind of can shoot me on his camera and I can shoot him on mine, and we just like swap stuff. So yeah. Someone said, how did you first get your travel opportunities for work? So like the first travel opportunities that I was getting weren't paid, and it was actually when I was on that 7 months in Asia that I actually got my first travel opportunity, and it was with Passport Heavy. I'll link the videos somewhere so you guys can see. But yeah, they offered to take me on some trips. First one was to Nusa Penida, which is like a small island in Bali, and we all went on this massive trip, and they like took me along, and like I didn't pay for anything. I didn't get paid to be there, but I basically just participated in like, the video and like helping with things, and that was really great. And then they took me again on another trip to the Maldives because they felt like I was a good fit, like to work with them. So, and I would love to work with them again. I absolutely love the team, Jabrel, Fuad, Yuri, everyone. Like I proper love them, and like they're like family now. So I would definitely work with them again. So they were my first ever travel opportunities. Since then, I've had a lot of opportunities with Black-owned businesses, which is so amazing. For instance, Win Collective, which is owned by Clay. They have taken me on several trips now, and I've helped them host trips, and that has been really fun. I've also gone away with Destination Impacts. Destination Impacts are, again, a group travel company, and they took me to Kenya. Again, Tanzania. That was again a Black-owned company, and I've had a few. Now I've become quite established in the like content creation field for travel. I've had a lot more big companies, for instance, Thomas Cook, Hills Balfour, and several other companies reach out potentially to take me away. And a lot of these companies have found me just from my social media platforms, putting out organic content. And I think it's really important to remember that you can't just expect to have paid deals straight away. You need to graft on your own and have a passion for doing it for yourself, and then the jobs will start to come. And like do your research, find out what PR companies are the best ones in the game. Like go to events like Traverse and WTM and find contacts, and like just like be in front of those people, like tag their pages, go to conferences, just be there, like there's nothing else you can do but be there. And once you start to get acknowledged and people start to repost you, and you really hone in and work on your craft, you will get noticed. I definitely started to get noticed more from just like putting out amazing content that people really liked, and that was because I personally wanted to be sick. I was like, I want my stuff to be sick. I want it to be editorial. I want it to be like really good, and I was passionate about that. That's how I got here, baby. Right, so I'm pretty sure this video is like at least a solid 10 minutes at this point. So I'm gonna round it up here. But if you guys would really like me to do another Q&A and answer any more questions, then as I've said, comment below, let me know. I would love to do another one because this is an easy edit for me. So it's much easier than making like travel videos where I have to edit them. Like I can do these sort of videos till the cows come home. I definitely think I'll probably do a video where I chat to you guys about like money, how I financially afford to travel, like my different streams of income. I definitely think I want to do that. And if that is something you would like to see, as I have said, please comment on this video and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because that helps me so much. As you guys may have realized, I'm trying to make another stream of income through YouTube, and I can't do that if you're not liking and subscribing and watching, So please support, and like I said earlier, like so many people that are watching this are not subscribed, and if you subscribe, you help me out, so please do. See you in the next one, bye!